Yo, it's Nez, and I'm dropping another impromptu review on y'all. And this time, what we're gonna be doing a review of is bam, another generic box item. No, but seriously, what we're reviewing is inside this box. So let's just get into it. So what we're actually doing a review of is the Zhiyun Smooth Q 3-axis smartphone stabilizer. So it's pretty much exactly what I just said it is. It's a smartphone stabilizer. When you order it off of Amazon, this is how it comes in. This is how you receive the package. You get the box with the stabilizer in it, and then you get this over here with a lens wipe, or a screen wipe I should say, and you get kind of a heavy duty tripod, GoPro style tripod to screw onto the bottom of the gimbal here. Now when I say Smooth Q stabilizer, what it actually is a gimbal. That's the the name that's been given for it, circa like your drones. Any drones that people are familiar with, they have what's called a gimbal on it. What it does is it stabilizes the video no matter how or which direction the drone is flying, so that way you always have straight and true video. Well, this is a handheld version of that. So let's get into this bad boy. Move that out the way. This is what we're working with. Bong. All right, it's the front of the box. That's the bottom of the box. You got your logo there. Got your barcode. Left side of the box. Right side of the box. Top of the box. Logo again. Back of the box. I'll zoom in on some of this so you can check it out. So as you see, it has direct mobile charging, so you can charge your phone through the gimbal by plugging a wire into it. It has instant manual zooming control, so you can zoom the video or photo in and out with the gimbal. It has 12-hour continuous work time. Now that's providing that you're just using it as its gimbal function. If you have your phone plugged into it, obviously you'd be charging your phone, so that time's going to vary. But just using the straight gimbal function, no other functions other than the gimbal, 12 hours. Two-way mounting, so you can use the gimbal in landscape or portrait mode. It comes with a case and a wire. That's what she looks like. Jet black, that's the one that I chose. It does come in different colors. And like everything else, made in China. And here goes a QR code for you if you decide you want to scan that, and I'm sure it takes you to the website, give you some more information. And here goes some contact information on the back. I like that they provide that right on the box in case you have an issue with it. You can contact them directly via phone number, a website, or an email, and whatever that means. All right, so let's get right into the box. I got the one-handed operation going here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to open up the box and come back in. Okay, we're back in. Now, I do want you to know real quick that I know I have a problem with putting out videos in a timely manner. I put out videos kind of on my schedule, and this is a case in point. As you can see, I purchased this bad boy back in April 2018, and here we are in January 2020, and I'm just now getting to the video of this. So you got to know that there's newer versions of this, better versions of this. So I forgot I even had this. I was telling somebody else about what they can use to because their daughter bowls, and they always have shaky videos. So I was explaining to them what they could use for that, and which to help give them better, more stabilized video. And upon telling them that, that made me realize, hey, I what I'm trying to tell you about, I have one. And so I had to go and look for it, dig it out, and I finally found it still brand new in the box and untouched. So I figured, you know what, let me go ahead and do this review of it. It's long overdue. And after I do the review, then I can show her what she should get, or maybe I'll sell her mine and get me a new one, because the newer version of this. So let's just get into this. But as you see, bought on Amazon. It's currently unavailable because there's newer versions of it, so you can't even buy it on Amazon now. You could probably get it on eBay. If you want this specific version, it's probably get it for a much better price. But I think I paid $99 for it, maybe 109, not sure. Like I said, it was a year and a half ago, so over a year and a half ago. So let's get into this. So when you get it, you receive it in the case. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that out. And there you got your book. Imagine this is all your literature. It's pretty thick. I'm not reading it. Over here, what we have here. Okay, this is a case carrying strap. Please bear with me with the one-handed operation. Okay, it's a nice strap. Okay, and down here, we have on this side. And here goes your USB to micro USB cord. Like I said, I bought it over a year and a half ago. Everybody's not on the USB-C bandwagon yet. I imagine the newer version probably is. So let's go ahead and get this out the box. I'm trying not to damage it much. Okay, move that over. Okay, so it looks like a little ukulele case here. It's pretty cool. It's got the faint logo on there, as you can see. Red lettering there. Nothing on the back. The bottom, that's where you hook up one side of the strap and the other side. So you're literally carrying it like a ukulele, kind of. And which leads me to believe, I wonder if they have more compact versions of these now. All right, so let me get into this and then I'll come right back. Okay, when you open it up, this is what you're presented with. Bong, the gimbal itself. Okay, doesn't feel like it weighs that much, and it seems like it has a the motion on it is pretty cool. So it seems like it has pretty good fluent motion there. So let's take a quick look at it. Try to hold it down from moving so much without dropping it. Okay. There goes your ROHS again, whatever that's supposed to mean. Looks like you can tighten it down here, tighten it or loosen it down there. Okay, there goes where you would plug in to charge it and plug in your USB cord to for your phone. There goes where you screw in your GoPro type screw down there. Okay, actually, sorry. This is where you actually charge it right there. And this is where you plug in your phone to give your phone power. Here goes your controls. Okay, this is like a joystick-esque. Left, right, up, down, so you can zoom in and out. Turn the gimbal around. There's your power button there. So let's see. Okay. Oh, this is your zooming in and out wide. Okay. Okay, I see. That's your zoom in and out button there. So this is, I'm not exactly sure what the joystick does. And this is your different modes. Oh, so you can do that switches between landscape and portrait, I imagine. And this is your power. Let's see if it actually has any power, even though it's sat for like a over a year. Okay, still powers up. Look at that. Okay. Okay, it's stabilizing itself already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my phone in there and see how well it does stabilizing it. So let me do that right quick. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play around with this a little bit and try to figure it out. And then I'm going to come back in after I play with it a little bit and then show you guys. So let's catch you on the flip. Okay, we're back in. I was playing around with it for a little bit and I come to find out it's not really doing it. On the back here, this little knob right here, if you loosen it up, this bar slides in and out, so that way it can accommodate taller phones, and so that makes it a little bit bounce out a little bit better, and it actually made it perform a lot better than it was before when I initially hooked it up. And I got the app and all set up, and this bad boy works like gangbusters. Let me tell you, I was kind of nervous that it might not work on my phone because this is the Galaxy S10 Plus, and I know it's on when I started reading it, it only mentioned up to the Galaxy S8, which at the time when I bought it, that's what was out, the Galaxy S8 and the Galaxy Note 8. And since then they had the 9, and now we're on the 10. And I noticed when I started looking on Amazon, it started suggesting that for those phones that I should go up to the newer version. So I was getting a little nervous that this might not be able to work on this phone, but it does. Once you do a little adjusting, it works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on and start up the app. I got to hold the button for 3 seconds. Okay, and you see as soon as I turn it on, it locked in. Let's open up the app here. Right now it's on the wall. But as you can see, as you can see, this bad boy does work. Let's angle it down. Use your remote, the thing, and angle it down. So now you can see. See, I'm definitely moving it, and it's keeping it steady. Let me back off a little bit so you can see. I'm trying my best to move my arm and not the phone. So you can see the phone is barely moving. So the gimbal is actually compensating for all my movements and trying to keep the phone as steady as possible, which is awesome. And as you can see, I can use the button here, toggle up and down. I can move it left to right. Well, right now I don't have that setting on there, which we're going to get into that. There's different modes and settings that you can use on here. So first of all, the mode that we're in right now, I believe it's called there's 3 modes. There's locked mode, there's pan mode, which I think the mode that we're in right now is pan mode, and there's another mode, I forgot what it's called. But anyway, this is pan mode, and pan mode basically what it does is it locks it so you can't turn left or right. So that way when you turn like this, it'll pan with you automatically. Okay. Now, you can still do this, you can still do these motions, but if you do that, it's going to turn away. So now if you click this once, and that should take it out of that mode. You can still go up and down, but now when I flip it, now I can manually turn it left and right. Now if I turn it left and right, this is not going anywhere, okay? Because I'm controlling the left and right manually, okay? Now, if I press the button again, no, I pressed the button twice. Now what it does now, if I press left or right, it'll tilt diagonal. So it's kind of like a yaw. So that's pretty cool. And you can do all those same functions. You can still move it up or down. Nope, actually it locked it. Okay, so before I thought it was doing up and down. So that's basically for yaw. It still have the same functions. And you can control those same things over here in the settings section up there of the app. You can manually set those, but that's just the quick settings on here. So you press it once you press the mode button once. This whole time I was pressing the mode button. Let me go back, press the mode button once and come back. Okay, so now what I could do here now is this button here, you could zoom in and out by pressing up are down once, and right now it's not working. Hold on. Let's see if I can do it now. Hold on. I had it working before. Let's see. How did I do that? Hold on, so let me figure that out again. Hold on. Okay, back in. I figured out what it was is that for some reason I wasn't connected to the app via Bluetooth. So once I clicked on the Bluetooth there, it brought it back up and I just connected to it. So now that I'm connected, now what I was trying to show you before is how you can, and this is me, I need to shave, I know. What I was trying to show you before is how you can use this to zoom in and out. See, I'm zooming in, I'm zooming out. And if you hold it up or down, you'll switch. You hold it up and now you switch to the other side. And I'm gonna zoom in on and it zooms in by steps. Like, so if you hold it up, it's just gonna switch to the other camera. But you have to press it one at a time for it to zoom in or zoom out. And just so you can see the max it could zoom in. That's about the closest we're gonna get. And then zoom out so you can see how much it's zooming, just so you can get an idea. I don't know exactly what that zoom is. I imagine it's based off of what your camera's actual zoom is, and that whole time it's holding it steady. Now, just real quick, I'm just going to go over, let you see the different settings. I'm not going to actually really talk about them or explain them. I'm just going to maybe a brief explanation. Okay, obviously that's your home button there. If you press the home button, it's going to take you back to the home. And you just got to reconnect back to your app. Connect now. Okay, boom, we're back into the camera. Okay, so this is, you're switching your cameras. No, that's switching between camera and video, sorry. So you can take pictures there, that's video. Obviously when that turns red, that lets you know you're going to record. And then when you press the record button, it makes that sound, let you know you're actually recording. That's what it, and then hit it again to stop it. And then that's your sound for stopping. Let's take a picture. That's what it sounds like when you take a picture, so there's no creeping with this bad boy. Switch the camera, obviously right there to switch it. That button right there is your gallery, so you can see everything that you recently did. Hit the back button there to go back. This right here, that is a tracking. So let me turn that off real quick and bring the camera down so you can see. Put it on manual. Okay, so now that I have it fixed on that right there, now if I hit the tracking button here, so what it's going to do is it tracks that. So now no matter how I move it, it's going to stay fixed on that. No matter how much I turn it, it's going to stay fixed on that particular picture. And it's not going to go away from that picture. So it has like a little bit of tracking built in, so that I think that's pretty cool. Turn that off. Okay, and then over here on this side, you have your settings, obviously. Basically, I have it set for quality. You can have it set for optimize, so you're optimizing your optimize. You know what optimize is. You can have it set for excellent, like if you want excellent video. Equilibrium, I guess that works more with when you're like running or something like that. But I have it set for quality. Over here, you can recalibrate it if you need to. That right there, you can set it for reverse and other settings there. General information and live, that's not available yet. Okay, this one right here, you can set it to single or panoramic, and these are the different settings for single. I'm just keeping it on the top one. Panoramic, same thing, you have different settings for that. Over here, that is, you have those settings. You can set your resolution, which I'm kind of bummed out. The highest resolution you can go is 1080p 30. Obviously this camera the camera on this phone goes 4K 60, so I'm a little bummed out that the highest you can go is 4K 30 on there. And the same thing with the 1030 to 1080p. This camera records at 1080p 120. No, actually higher than that because it has a super slow-mo. But when you're using the gimbal, the highest you can go is 1080p 30, and then you have 720p 30, which I don't know. Pictures down there, the highest you can go is 4032 by 2268. Okay. Come out of resolution, and you can have your white balances, all that stuff. You can set all that yourself, so you can play with a little bit. You got your little manual mode there. Grid, if you want to put the grid on the camera, so that way you can focus more on what you're recording, or like center more, center it. Your flash, I just have it set to auto, but you can have it to where you can turn it off, open. No, actually I have it set to off, sorry. You can set to auto, open, to where, or you can have it to steady light where the flash is just on. Like if you're recording, you just have like a light. And then image stabilization, I have that checked on. Okay. Then here you have different, anyone who uses Instagram or Snapchat, you're familiar with those, so no need for me to explain that. And then down here you have different modes that you can use. Follow gimbal, walking mode, motion, or custom. Now basically walking it's pretty self-explanatory. If you're using the gimbal for walking, it's going to adjust the gimbal to be a little more aggressive. We're trying to keep your phone steady when you're walking, and obviously more when you're in motion, like you're riding a bike or you're in a car. It's going to adjust it even more than that. And then custom, you can go in here and manually adjust how you want the gimbal to perform. So well, yeah, we did that. So, and then we did that. Oh, you got your phone camera, and then you have your phone control. When you do that, basically it turns off the camera to let you go into your phone and do whatever you do, and you can come back in. We're not going to do that. Oh wait, we did that already. Joystick, that's when you can use that to calibrate your joystick some more if you need to do that. We don't need to do that because it's working fine. And hand wheel control, you can set that to open or close. You can read about that in your instruction manual because I'm not exactly sure what it means, but basically I just wanted to go over the app a little bit with you. So I have to honestly say that this is a pretty good gimbal for the price. Too bad it's not available anymore. Maybe I can try to find it on eBay or something like that, this particular one. But there is a newer version of this. I believe it's for $119, but I'm gonna see if I can find this specific one for you guys, because as you can see, this bad boy freaking works. Did I ever turn the camera back on after I came out of that mode? I don't think I turned the camera back on. Phone camera. Never turned it back on. There you go. Never turned the camera back on. Okay. So this bad boy works, man. It's a pretty good gimbal. I like it. So with that being said, I'm Nez, and this has been the impromptu review of the Smooth Q 3-axis smartphone stabilizer, or gimbal for short. Definitely cop that if I can find the link for that. If not, then I'll put the link for the newer version of it. Hopefully I can find it for you in case you want this one, but I imagine the newer version is only going to be better. Like I said before, cop that, and I'm out this piece. I just wanted to take a quick video using the gimbal, just so you can see how steady this bad boy is. Right now I'm doing all kinds of craziness to move it, and this bad boy is holding steady. just so you can see a little quick video. I'm moving it forward and backward right now, left and right, and then I'm twisting my wrist right now, and this bad boy has very minimal movement, just so you can see my hand is right there. I'm twisting, I'm moving it forward and backwards. So this bad boy works. Just wanted to show you that quick video. I'm out this piece.